2021-22 entitlement year for CDBG, ESG, and home public meeting. Representatives from the City of Utica, Brian Thomas, Commissioner. Chris Lawrence is our Principal Planner, Derek Crossman, Community Development Specialist, Michael Peak, our Housing Development Specialist, and I am Patty DeCar, the Senior Administrative Aide. Tonight's meeting, we are going to go over, one second here, previous program funds were Community Development Block Grant. We received $2,597.49. I am so sorry. $2,567,149. Oh my God, I am shot. I'm so sorry. Program income, $280,000. Emergency Solutions Grant, $215,750. Home Investment Partnership, $658,390 for a total of $3,721,189. Our estimated amount for 21-22 is Community Development Block Grant. We're anticipating a small increase from last year for $2,567,000. Program income, no change should be expected, $280,000. Emergency Solutions Grant, $215,800. And Home Investment Partnership Program, no changes expected for that, $658,400. Again, a total of $3,721,200. Some critical dates that we have, our notice of funding announcement was released on February 3rd. We had a public meeting yesterday at 2 p.m., tonight's meeting, 6 o'clock. And then our applications are due February 26th. That would be next Friday by noon, 12 p.m. Again, we would like to see one original, one copy, and one electronic version. April 1st is the start of our program year for the 2021-22 program year. And our submission of our annual plan, which will include comments from this evening's meeting, is due to HUD late April, early May. So some of the activities that are eligible through Community Development Block Grant Program assistance would be assistance to persons of low to moderate income, which would include safe and decent affordable housing, a suitable living environment, and expanded economic opportunity. Aid in the elimination of slums and blight, which would include demolition, facade programs, and others such as this. Urgent need to alleviate emergency conditions such as global pandemic, which we all know can happen, earthquakes, hurricane, tornadoes, and others. So some of the items that were funded through CDBG for 2020-2021, public facilities improvements were $825,000. Demolition of 313 James Street, the old senior center, would be $330,850. Economic development, $266,000. Facade program around the new hospital project, $225,000. Brownfield remediation for the Mealy manufacturing site, $250,735. Historic preservation for the Uptown Theater, $25,000. Public services, which most of you would qualify for, $75,000. Youth activities, $196,650. Senior activities, $83,500. And administration was $569,314 for a total of $2,847,049. The Home Investment Partnership Program provides affordable housing, and that would be through a commitment to provide decent, safe, and affordable housing for all, alleviate the problems of severe rent burdens, homelessness, and deteriorating housing, tailor housing strategies to meet local needs. Funds are used to leverage state and private funding to acquire, rehabilitate, and/or construct housing units. Depending on the particular project, funding and long-term affordable goals, these activities will be carried out by nonprofit developers, for-profit developers, and nonprofit community housing development organizations, which we refer as CHODOs. Some of the home-funded programs, projects for 2020-2021 were the Link at Sunset, which is the Kellerman Center. That would be Edgemere Development. New construction of 60 units on the site of the former Sunset School. McCardivan Apartments, Pathstone Development. Rehabilitation of all 60 units. UNHS Homeownership Center Lead Hazard Reduction Program. UNHS Homeownership Center programs such as homeowner rehabilitation and first-time home buyer down payment assistance program. And another item that is funded through this program is Emergency Solutions Grant, which covers homelessness street outreach, which includes essential services necessary to reach out to unsheltered homeless individuals and families, connect them with emergency shelter, housing, or critical services, and provide them with urgent, non-facility-based care. It also includes funding for emergency shelter, renovation of a building to serve as an emergency shelter, essential services for individuals and families in emergency shelter, shelter operations, and relocation assistance. Another item funded would be homelessness prevention, housing relocation and stabilization services, and/or short and or medium-term rental assistance necessary to prevent the individual or family from moving into an emergency shelter. And last, they fund rapid rehousing, housing relocation and stabilization services, and short and or medium-term rental assistance as necessary to help individuals or families living in an emergency shelter or other places described in homelessness definition move as quickly as possible into permanent housing and achieve stability in that housing. Some of the ESG programs that were funded through 2020-2021 program year: Johnson Park Center Family Shelter, $33,500. The Rescue Mission Men's Shelter, $15,000. YWCA Hall House Domestic Violence Shelter, $40,000. Municipal Housing Authority received funding for housing street outreach for $21,240, and rapid rehousing for $64,832. Utica Center for Development received funding for homelessness prevention for $4,000 and rapid rehousing for $8,000. ICANN Rapid Rehousing, they received $34,727, and administration, which includes the HMIS database and the City of Utica, for $26,480 to total $247,779. So if anybody has any questions in the procedure or what qualifies for CDBG, home, or ESG funding, you're welcome to speak during this meeting. We'd also like to hear any comments or questions or favorable information regarding previous programming, if you received previous programming funds, how it's working out, and you know, if there's anything you would advise to new participants. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to go ahead.
Hi, this is Allison Cox with Mohawk Valley Community Action Agency.
Hi, Allison. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, thanks.
I just have a quick question about the submission. For the hard copy submission, are your business offices open to drop the application off or should it be mailed?
No, you can drop it off. Either just come to the front door. One of the officers will answer the front door, or we also have a drop box.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else?
I don't have a question. It's Kelly Walters, but I'll give my spiel.
Sure, Kelly, that would be great.
Well, naturally, I'm going to advocate for senior programming, especially now. We've been closed to in-person programming since March, and I think the pandemic has demonstrated the importance of our programs and services in keeping our seniors independent and healthy. So we've done a lot of work in transitioning and providing programs online through this whole thing, and can't wait to be reopened again. But it doesn't mean we haven't been busy through this whole thing. I mean, we've taken on a lot of different things, created virtual programming, and actually discovered a lot of the digital divide, and have, transitioned from phone calls to helping people access online content. We've also been assisting with the COVID hotline with the volunteer grocery shopping for seniors, and have created an online wellness and health and wellness subscription that has a bunch of health and wellness programs that people can participate. And I'll give a shout out to Johnson Park because, they've been doing this great job with the food distribution and contacted us about getting food out to seniors, which is great. So we help do that. The Parkways, our applications that we're submitting also include an expansion. The Parkway and the Westside Senior Center are in the process of partnership discussions in moving forward to have the Parkway run programs and do a whole renovation of the West Side. It's desperately needed. For those that you may not know, I mean, we have the building at the rec center that we provide programs, but we're running out of space for programming. So this is an opportunity for us to expand programming, especially for those that are still working. Adding in evening programs where we don't compete for space with youth programs is something we're really looking forward to. And relocating our tool store that's in South Utica to the west. Business in West Utica had closed, so there's a void in that neighborhood. So relocating our Second Chance tool store, we think would help revitalize and give some needed service to that area. So we have a lot going on with our volunteer program and everything. We still don't know when we'll be allowed to reopen, but we have, kind of transitioned ourselves to continue to serve the people we serve. We are providing non-emergency medical transportation now, getting people to the regular doctor's appointments, following all, guidelines for safety and so forth. But we've taken because we're hearing from seniors and they're so having to be socially isolated has really taken an impact on them mentally and physically. So they can't wait for things to go back to normal, to reopen. Some of them are calling and saying they got their vaccines and can you open now? So we're really looking forward to that and have done a lot of instruction with people to get them connected digitally, and are still working on ways to reach people that don't have the means. So we're excited about the new opportunities we have going forward. And CDBG, it helps support everything that we do, especially, one of the most vulnerable populations in our community. And after, what we've been through the past year, It couldn't be more important than it is this year. So again, we're really looking forward to working on West Side and moving forward on that and revitalizing that neighborhood with some active programs for seniors. That's all I got. That was a pretty quick spiel.
That's great, Kelly. We appreciate it.
Hello, this is Kevin Markin. If no one else is speaking, I can just add in that On Point for College tremendously appreciates and thanks Brian, the city of Utica, everybody involved for partnering with us to help hundreds and hundreds of young people in Utica be able to forward their educational dreams by being able to get college degree and certificate programs. Despite the pandemic, our persistence rate actually increased a tiny bit, up to 81.5% from year over the pandemic, so that a lot of the remediation things we did, from tripling up on calls and contacts, adding volunteers, doing various things to enhance it, mentoring, all the various special programs, everything else that we did have all helped. We provided laptop computers, refurbished ones from a Utica firm that we were able to utilize. They'll make sure that they could go to college. Most of the young people didn't have computers in their household to be able to go in the spring. So we're able to get that. We continue to help hundreds of them, again, with very comprehensive, holistic program. One good example is we even have dentists that provide pro bono dental care for students that don't have dental insurance. Whatever the challenges are, help them both overcome all the hurdles to get into college and get through. A lot of the wonderful community partners, some of which are on tonight, are a key part of that. But the CGB funding is an absolutely essential part of that in empowering us to be able to overcome these hurdles and partner with the schools, the colleges, and others to be able to find whatever those challenges might be. And again, our students, when you even come close to leveling the playing field, their persistence rate at that 81.5% is over 20 points higher than the average community college students in New York. So they not only do as well, but they even do better than wealthier, more privileged students when they have the chance. They work very, very hard and lift their families, themselves and their families, out of poverty, help transform not only their lives, but our community's life. So tremendously appreciate the support and look to continuing to partner with the city and all the other wonderful corporate, individual, and community service partners, including all the wonderful ones on the call tonight.
Great, thank you, Kevin. Anybody else?
Yeah, certainly. Good afternoon, everybody, or good evening. Reverend Meyer with Johnson Park Center, and Callie and Kevin, thank you so much. And you guys are great partners of Johnson Park. And together we can make a difference. And we have been doing that one person at a time. And I know there's funny feedback today. So I just want to say thank you to the city, and I hope you continuously fund all of us, and that's the best solution for everybody because we're all great programs. So thank you for your support.
Thank you, Reverend Meyer. Reverend Meyer, are you doing anything remotely with the children? I know you're doing a lot of giveaways and so forth. Just trying to understand and let everybody get an idea of how things are working now.
So we switched in April to remote, but the remote only works in part because the clients that we serve, they're really not structured that you can set up a Zoom meeting and they log in. So we ended up going to their homes. So additional to their remote sessions, we go to their homes. We have been technical support for schools or troubleshooting. But we go and visit them at homes and with face masks, help them, assist them. We started in January with family nights because the biggest problem is the clients that we have, the children, we can't assure where they were or what they have. So we are taking the whole family in, and we have a session with the parent, and we do educational times with the children.
Thank you for that. Does anybody else have any other questions or anything to speak regarding?
Well, certainly this has impacted like all age groups, seniors, children, parents working from home with kids at home. Very grateful to see this funding help out in the community. So I'll just say thank you.
Well, thank you for being here tonight. As you'll see, as we demonstrated, we do fund a wide range of programming, be it youth, seniors, or just low to moderate income residents, which, certainly during this time is much needed.
Yes.
Does anybody else have anything to add? All right, with that, as you'll see on the screen, those are our dates, February 26th. Again, by noon, the applications are due. Again, electronically, you can email, and then we will need one original and one copy. You can either physically mail, or you can drop it off to City Hall. I think that will end our public hearing, and everybody have a good night and stay safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.